Hi everybody, I'm Michael, and in today's quick tips, we're going to talk about how you can grow the silk floss tree in your yard. So, you ready to dig in? Let's grow! The silk floss tree also goes by the other common name floss silk tree, and its botanical name is Coriacea speciosa, but botanists have recently updated this plant to be known as Ceiba speciosa, so it goes by all of those monikers. The tree is native to South America, and she is known for several things. One is the most obvious and the part that I just adore, these beautiful, beautiful flowers. And this plant is really cool in that she flowers in the fall, and most of our trees down here in South Florida flower in the spring and summer months. So this is a really cool tree to get some color in the fall. Absolutely show-stopping flower sprays will come off of this tree. The silk floss tree in flower will simply take your breath away. The other thing the silk floss tree is known for are these amazing rhinoceros thorns that proliferate around the trunk of the tree, and they will grow from the trunk all the way up to the highest branches. If you have kids, you obviously don't want to impale them with this, so you can knock off the bottom couple feet of the rhinoceros thorns, and they tend not to grow back, so you can still have this really exotic looking feature of the tree and still keep it kid safe. The silk floss tree wants to get large, so make sure you have room in your yard. She'll get to about 40 feet tall by about 35 feet wide. This one here is an exception. She's very old and she's very wide. She's probably north of 45 feet wide. This is a really cool plant to use as a focal point in your yard. We had two in our Miami Shores home. We had a pink and a white, and they were incredible when they were flowering together. It is a tree that if you have the room in a big yard like this home here, you could plant several, but I would be strategic in where you place them. Use them as focal points in your yard. The silk floss tree wants to be down here in South Florida, but I've seen it all the way up growing very well in the Bradenton area, so near Central Florida. On plant care, let's start with lighting. The silk floss tree wants to be planted in full sun, not partial shade and not deep shade. You want full sun to maximize that flowering potential. For soil, you want to amend your soil when planting your silk floss to have like an 80-20 potting mix with some worm castings and some other soil amendments. I'll show you the ratio here. One thing I want to point out is to always plant your tree at the same level of your existing grade. This is super important. You don't want to plant your tree too deep. Newly planted silk floss trees will want to be watered 3 times a week, but as they mature, you really don't need to water them. They're very, very, very hardy. On fertilizer, be careful not to over-fertilize, and also check with your municipality on fertilizing requirements. There are some ordinances out there now, but typically you want to fertilize in the early summer up to fall when they're blooming. So in the early summer, around May, do a 20-20-20, and then again in August do a 20-20-20 balanced ratio fertilizer, and then in October switch up to a ratio of like a 5-35, where the center number is higher or thereabouts. You can get different types of blends. That will help push out some more blooms. And on pests, we didn't really notice any. You can have your typical run of mealybugs, spider mites, aphids. But ours were doing very, very well with no pesticides needed. Well, I hope this video was helpful to you, and if you have any comments, just leave them in the description box below and I'll make sure I get back to you. Until next video, bye. If you found value in this video, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. We post weekly. Thanks.